Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to make this Cartmen lens cleaner. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit the red button in the corner and give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this video.
I want cheesy puffs! Oh, hi!
My husband actually requested that I make him this Cartmen lens cleaner. This makes a perfect gift for your photographer, boyfriend, or significant other who loves South Park. Okay, let's get started. You're going to need about 3 grams of flesh colored wool and just arrange it on your mat and then start felting it into a flat oval shape. I just found an image of Cartman online to use as a reference for shaping his face. Now to smooth out the edges of Cartman's face, I'm folding in the sides and then felting them down with my felting tool. Now let's make Cartman's eyes. You're going to need about 1 gram of white wool, divide it in half, and then felt it flat onto the mat into an oval shape. It's okay if they're not perfectly round because we're going to attach them to Cartman's face and you can refine the edges at that point. Now let's make Cartman's hat. You're going to need about 1 gram of blue wool and then just felt it into sort of a moon shape, a crescent moon. It should look something like this. Now attach it to Cartman's head and then attach his eyes. Once you have the hat and eyes in place, you can take your single needle and start to refine the edges a little bit. Just make them a little bit more rounded and oval shaped. And then you can tuck the edges of the hat under so that they don't stick out and look all fuzzy, and felt it down using your felting tool. Now we're going to add some trim to Cartman's hat. I'm just taking about half a gram of yellow wool, set a little bit of aside for the pom-pom, and then just felt it into place using your single needle. So this is what the back of his head's going to look like. I'm just refining the edges a little bit more here and making his head a little bit more rounded. Now I'm taking the little piece of yellow wool that I set aside initially to add a pom-pom to Cartman's hat. Once you're done, flip your piece over and gently felt on the back. You don't want your needle to poke all the way through. You just want to tuck in the loose fibers. Now we're going to add Cartman's chin. He has a double chin. You're going to need a small piece of black wool, twist it up into a straight line, and then felt it directly onto Cartman's face. Now we're going to add his second chin with a slightly shorter strip of black wool. I'm going to make my Cartman happy and give him a little smile, but if you want, you can make him angry because he's not really a very happy guy. Next, I'm going to use an awl to poke 2 holes into the middle of the whites of his eyes and add his eyeballs. For this, I'm going to use 2 black eye pins. I would recommend using some sort of glue to attach the eye pins and make sure that they stay in place. So now we're going to attach a microfiber cloth to the back of Cartman's head. My husband had this microfiber cloth that he got for free. I initially thought about attaching Cartman's head like this, but no, that doesn't look right. So I decided to cut out a circle and sew it onto the back of Cartman's head. So I'm using an invisible ink pen to trace out the outline and then just cut it out using scissors. And then sew the microfiber cloth onto your needle felted piece. And if you want to be able to hang it from your bag, you want to use a small piece of elastic. So just stick your needle through both ends of the elastic and tie a couple of knots to secure it. And then stick it in between Cartman's head and the microfiber cloth, and then sew the 2 pieces together using a ladder stitch or a blanket stitch, and I'll show you how to do it. You stick your needle in through the wool and then out through the microfiber cloth, and then see this loop on top? You are going to stick your needle through there and pull it taut.
Cheesy puffs.
Now we're going to make a cheesy poof charm. You're going to need about 1 gram of yellow orange wool. Just roll it up like this and felt it into the shape of a cheesy poof. To transform this into a charm, you want to take your single needle and poke a small hole in the top of the cheesy poof. Then take a jump ring and open it up using pliers, and then stick the jump ring through the hole that you just made at the top of the cheesy poof. Then you're going to take a small piece of yellow-orange wool and put it in through the center of the jump ring, and then felt it down using your pen or your single needle. Then once that's secure, you can go ahead and attach the cheesy poof to your Cartmen lens cleaner and close up the jump ring. And it's all ready to use.
I am a cop and you will respect my authority.